Title: Shadows of the Mind. In a sleepy town tucked between rolling hills, the sun began its descent, casting long shadows over the quaint cottages. Among them was the old Miller house, its paint peeling and windows dusty, forgotten by everyone except the whispers that threaded through the air, ghostly remnants of its tragic past. At its heart lived Lily, a once vibrant girl now swaddled in the grip of a creeping madness. She was only 18, but the weight of her mind bore down on her like a thick fog that refused to lift. Her grandmother, a sweet but frail woman, had begun to notice peculiar happenings around the house. Things would vanish, books, silverware, even family photographs, and then appear in the strangest places. Often, it seemed they had been arranged in a way that twisted the very fabric of reality itself. As the colder months of autumn rolled in, Lily's episodes became more pronounced. It wasn't just the misplaced objects, it was her paranoia weaving nightmares into the daylight. She began to converse with shadows, speaking intently to them as if they were old friends. "You have to listen, they're coming back," she'd exclaim, darting her gaze towards the corners of the room, her eyes wide with fear. Her grandmother tried to soothe her. "Lily, dear, there's no one here. It's just your mind playing tricks," she would say, her voice trembling like fallen leaves. But Lily no longer heard her, too consumed by the meaningless chatter in her head, too entrenched in her delusions. To Lily, the corners of the house had eyes, watching and waiting. On nights when the wind howled outside, Lily would lock herself in her room, clustering against her bed's headboard with her sketchbook. Her fingers flew across the pages, capturing visions that invaded her mind. Grotesque figures with elongated mouths and hollow eyes that stared back at her, taunting and jeering. It soon became a chilling routine. Her sketches became darker, more frantic, as if they were echoing her descent into chaos. Her grandmother, growing more worried, decided to take action and sought help. A therapist, a kind woman named Drive Malik, visited the house, bringing an air of calm with her professional demeanor. "Lily, I'm here to help you. Can you tell me about these friends of yours?" she asked gently. In the beginning, Lily opened up about her visions, her breath quickening. "They're always watching, Drive Malik. They say I must protect what's mine." The therapist noted one detail that triggered a sense of foreboding. The friends demanded something from Lily, something precious she had to keep hidden. As the sessions continued, the drawings morphed further into chaotic scenes of anguished faces. Shadows began to gather, growing denser with each passing day. Lily became a prisoner of her own mind, haunted by a relentless chorus of voices that urged her to defend her sanctuary, whatever that meant. One night, as moonlight seeped through the bedroom window, Lily awoke to a chorus of whispers that directly echoed from the depths of her subconscious. "Protect what's yours." Panicking, she fumbled through her possessions until she found the family heirloom, an old, ornate box once belonging to her mother. Inside lay photographs of happier times, memories inseparable from the meanings she clung to. And yet, the shadows whispered. They demanded she sacrifice it. Seizing the box with trembling hands, she marched quietly down the hall, past her grandmother's sleeping figure. The house grew colder, shadows whispering her name like a promise of salvation. Heart-pounding, she gathered the images in her arms, determined to follow the chaotic instructions unraveling in her mind. Crouching in the living room, she opened the box and let out a strangled scream. Clenching her jaw, she hurled the photographs into the fireplace. "You can't take it from me," she shouted at the ethereal forms that flickered in the darkness, dancing with delight as the flames danced higher. But that night, dreams took over. Lily found herself in an otherworldly landscape, a twisted version of her own home where the voices grew louder, the shadows more dense, reaching out like fingers to pull her into their depths. Upon awakening, the house was different. The air was charged with an unsettling energy. Her grandmother's sweet voice, once a comfort, now sounded strange and distant. "Lily, it's breakfast time," her grandmother called, a hint of worry creeping in. But for the first time, Lily didn't respond. Instead, she roamed the house, searching for the shadows that lingered. Out of the corner of her eye, she saw them, flickering silhouettes congregating in her room. Ghostly yet strangely familiar. "You're ready, aren't you?" they cooed, their voices laced with an unnatural harmony. In that moment, She understood what she must do. The photographs had been a barrier, an anchor keeping her tethered to reality. With a ruthless resolve, she stepped across the threshold of her past, summoning the voices that beckoned her. "What's mine shall remain mine," she whispered, giving herself to the shadows that once terrified her. The house would always belong to Lily, now forever entwined with the chaos of her psyche, leaving her grandmother to wonder what had become of her beloved child, lost in the labyrinth of her own mind. As the connection with reality slipped away, the shadows wrapped around her, a haunting embrace that promised she would never be alone again. Outside, the sun broke through the clouds. For those who passed, the Miller house stood silent, an enigma of darkness hiding within, full of darkness and whispers that would never cease.